think what we've realized because of the size and scope, kind of what you said in the beginning, it's our responsibility as creators and storytellers to tell our community, the people that listen to the podcasts, like, this is the stuff that I was excited about. Some of the stuff wasn't exciting, but this is the stuff that was exciting. I'll give you the cliff notes. Since you didn't leave your restaurant, you're, busy trying to, run a profitable business and you didn't make it. This is what you missed. This is how to connect with those people.
Otter isn't just a POS. It's the operating system for your restaurant. With Otter, you can manage in-store and online orders, update menus, and track sales across all your channels from one single dashboard. Otter helps restaurants grow, built-in loyalty, automated marketing, and tools that help drive repeat customers. Plus, with Otter Revenue Recapture, you can automatically dispute delivery chargebacks, helping recover thousands in lost revenue over time. From kiosks and kitchen display systems to handhelds at the table, Otter's hardware is designed to keep both the front and back of the house running smoothly. Join thousands of restaurants switching to Otter to simplify operations, save money, and scale smarter. Visit tryotter.com or click the link in the show notes.
That a man of your caliber is used to these extravagant intros. I don't
need an introduction.
It's not going to happen here, okay? This is what
not happening. Not on Closed Monday.
No, we don't even work on Mondays. I don't have time for right intros.
You don't get any intros. No introduction.
A man like you needs no introduction. Isn't that the introduction?
What do you want to talk about?
Yeah. Well, what do you want? What do you want to talk about?
So when did you book your hotel and your flight? Are you going to the National Restaurant Show? Let's start there.
I am going to the National
Restaurant Show. It's never too late to book.
Here's the deal. Okay.
Shawn, is it more expensive if you book late?
It's a constant. Here's the deal. ICSC happens every year. Here, 3 things happen on the same weekend every year. My daughter's birthday, ICSC, and the National Restaurant Show. So
fantastic.
Home, got to figure that one out. She's 19. Okay, this is my argument here. You could tell me what you think. 19. We did 18 last year. Still kind of feel like it just happened. Had a big bang year.
Yep.
19. Who remembers her 19th birthday? Nobody. So I won't be here for that. But then should I go to ICSC? A lot of brokers I talk to on Zoom, not really a lot of things I can get done there. Different format this year. But the restaurant show I haven't been to since last time you and I went, which was 2024, I think. Yeah, because I didn't go last year. Maybe it was 2023 even.
Oh, wow.
Was it? No, it couldn't have been. I'll tell you 2024. And
this is my 5th show. I just realized this will be my 5th NRA.
I mean, you have got to feel like you just left. Right? Like that show is.
No, actually, I feel like I've lived 10 lives since the last show. Honestly, it's been a long time since I've been to Chicago.
Very few men like you, though. You just keep going, though.
We go hard.
So the reason why I decided that is because this year to go to the National Restaurant Show is because I feel like when I look at the lineup at this show, there's more things that are relevant to the clients that I talk to, right? They're going to want to know what's the latest, what's going on, because I still feel like there's so many independent guys who just can't find the time.
Yep.
And I can talk to that, and I think that's an advantage. But also, I want to know. Like, I just want to be in the know of what's happening, because it's very easy to get like a lot of distance between myself and the actual day-to-day operations of the business. So I'm just curious what you're expecting from this show. Like, what do you walk into here other than the podcasting stuff? But is there anything you actually look to take away from here? Like, what are you expecting?
I mean, I think so I go to a lot of shows. I mean, I think something like, a show a month probably is a good average, but if there's a restaurant show, a tech show, a restaurant tech show, chances are I'm there. Cali BBQ Media is there. Chicago is the Super Bowl, the World Cup, if you will, of shows. It is the big one. So, we're talking about 2,200 vendors, 12 football fields, 70,000 people will descend on Chicago.
It feels like it.
It is. It's massive. It's massive size and scope that no matter what numbers we say, no matter if we show you, the map of all of the different halls and all of the different booths, you just can't prepare yourself for how big it is. But I think that's what makes it cool, is that there's CPG products, there's plate companies, there's equipment companies, there's obviously tech companies, there's robot companies, there's thought leaders, there's big brands. You never know who you're going to meet when you're there. And like, that's the craziest part, is like, you can be riding on a bus and be sitting next to a guy that has, a restaurant group that does $500 million in
Yeah.
sales.
Yeah.
You're like, well, I'm sorry, what did you say? Like, how many
Was it?
restaurants do you run?
Yeah.
You're like, yeah, it's like that.
It is like that. And I'll tell you what, I didn't even realize there were parts of that show that existed until
Yep.
I was leaving. Like that whole,
Yep.
I think the CBG part, like in the back end where it was when I was there. But the mistake I think I made when I went, and I had made previously on some of these larger shows, is not planning in advance, like
Yeah.
not actually taking the time to look at this stuff, because you can't just say, "Oh, I'm going to go to this and that." If you don't look at the floor, that's a 40-minute walk. Like you're not going to get there. What would you suggest to any of these guys who are going,
I
like, hey,
would
how do you
say
start planning this
they're
thing?
like, we are living through the greatest time of technology, meaning that we have Claude, we have ChatGPT, we have the tools that we can go as an owner operator. I'm struggling. My recipes suck. Like, I'm tired of my recipe software. My inventory, I want to look at new inventory software. I'm looking at, what kind of AI marketing tools are out there. I can literally talk to Claude or ChatGPT and say, these are the things that I want to improve my restaurant. Now go with the
Wow.
floor plan of the NRA and make a map for me, find out which booth, because like, these people are dying to book an appointment. Like, they're dying to book an appointment with a restaurant operator. Like,
They
literally, if
are.
you're a restaurant operator, you have like, you can get to any parties. You can ask them, what parties can I go to? What dinners can I go to? And they will invite you
Oh,
because you own and operate restaurants.
yeah.
But
I mean,
you have to do the work ahead of time.
you have to, and because even though you're like you can do that, and
And like, by
it's
doing
true.
the work, what are we talking about? Like, just literally talk to ChatGPT and then use ChatGPT or Claude to go through and say, map out a map, figure out who I need to talk to, book an appointment. Like,
Oh,
we have all the tools we need. You just have to do the work before the show and come up with a plan. On Saturday, I'm going to do this. On Sunday, I'm going to go do this. On Monday, I'm going to go do this.
that's as a kind of as a side note, but also applicable here is it wasn't that long ago that people were like mocking people who would do stuff like that
Yeah.
with that, like, oh, where'd you get that from, ChatGPT? And now they're like, why don't you just plug it into ChatGPT? It's just
Yeah.
how quick all of this is like shifting. And I don't know if you saw this. I'll bring it up for you to take a peek at. The Starbucks AI now that they just announced, which is pretty wild, is this basically like the baristas can really speak to this thing if they have any questions, as opposed to like fumbling through a book,
Oh,
on recipes,
wow.
on substitutions, on anything that will allow or make their life a little bit easier.
That's cool.
So to me, this has got to be what's coming next for everybody. That's
For
my question.
sure.
Like, is everybody going to have this in their restaurant? Is the bartender be like, hey, show me how to make a Manhattan? Somebody's going to come up on the video while they're there to do it or explain to them? I mean, it has to be, right?
Has to be, for sure. I mean, I think that's the most exciting part, is like, if you're owning, operating restaurants, if you're in restaurant tech, like right now, there's never been a better time to go to a show like this and build relationships, because you just don't know who you're going to talk to that might build, the next great restaurant tech company, the next great, I mean, even equipment company. Every company is now a tech company.
Mm.
Because
Yeah.
of the tools that we have, you have to figure out ways to integrate your tech into other partners' tech, and building that ecosystem of, I mean, if we're honest about it, Cali BBQ is a tech lab. Like, we are constantly trying out new tech. We're
I
vetting
heard
tech,
that.
not only for ourselves, but for the industry, for the stories that we want to tell. And the only way to get more barbecue to more people in a more cost-effective manner, a more profitable manner, is to leverage technology.
Yeah.
I
And I
mean, dude,
think,
the food on demand, I was blown away in Dallas.
oh, yeah, what was that? Because I was texting you
Food
some of the
on
stuff I saw was
demand.
just wild.
Dude, I interviewed Keller Clifton. He's the CEO and co-founder of Zipline. Zipline started
That's what it was.
by delivering blood in Rwanda. So like, the FAA regulations 14 years ago didn't allow for drone delivery in the United States. So they
Mm.
started on a life-saving mission, went to Rwanda, built a network of hospitals where they could deliver blood between. And now they're obviously not just doing hospitals and medical supplies, but they're doing retail and food delivery. So I went to a restaurant in Dallas on Cinco de Mayo, full restaurant, wait list, packed. And while that restaurant was packed, the back of the restaurant had a drone, a Zipline drone, come and pick up quesadillas, brisket tacos, and churros and ice cream, and pick it up and then deliver it, 5 miles away to a house. It
That's
was
wild.
insane. Like, it wasn't the future. It's happening now. It's
You know what I love
literally
about
happening right now.
I love about that because do you remember when delivery first started and everybody still kind of, I guess, people worried about this? They're like, oh, the fries are going to be soggy. I don't
Yeah.
want to order it. But they're like, we were literally delivering blood in
Yes.
Rwanda. We can get your fries there. Let's not
Like,
worry
but
about
but think about it. Like, when you think about the logistics and the last mile problem,
Mhm.
we literally have third-party deliveries that get into a 4,000-pound vehicle. A human goes into a restaurant to pick up chicken nuggets and French fries and then deliver that 5 miles down the road, parks, waits, burns all that gas. You're like, there's got to be a better way, right? I mean,
Oh
I
my God.
got in at RLC, at Restaurant Leadership Conference. Have you been in a Waymo?
No, no,
Come on now.
no, I
You haven't
haven't.
been in a way. Get your ass in a Waymo.
I can't wait
It
to.
like there is nothing like experiencing technology is one thing, but like when you get into a car where there's no driver and you're just trusting software to get you, I have a wife. I have, a wife is very protective that I
People who
stay
count on
alive.
me.
My son wants me to stay alive. My daughter wants me to stay alive. And, to get in a vehicle that's going 55 miles an hour, that's stopping at stop signs, that's making left turn, like all of those things,
It's here.
it's not the future. You feel like it's the
Yeah.
Jetsons, but it's not. It's actually happening right now.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. You're like, well, what's next? Like, what's the easier way to get it? It was like those Jetson pills that they put like in that little fake microwave, and your whole meal is there.
The the, the easier way is to send it how the crow flies and how the drone
Yeah.
flies, which is over the houses and through the woods.
But I think about all this stuff, and like I said in the beginning, I want to know for my clients like what's on the horizon, what's coming, and just like this conversation is big because right now the big conversation is on all these new developments, whether it's urban or suburban retail strip centers, whatever it is there a place for my third party delivery drivers to pull up?
Yep.
Because if not, if they got to pull in a shopping center and block somebody
Yep.
in or can't park anywhere, you're basically going to get blackballed. They're going to be like,
Yep.
screw this place. I'm not going back there. It's always a hassle. Food's cold, or I got a ticket last time. But if things are really moving that quickly, they better start looking for helipads or whatever, some other way to make this happen, because you literally have
That's
real estate
exactly
developers right now thinking like, oh, we created this whole plan over the last 7 years. But we had no place for these guys to pull over and park. They're going to
right.
be like, now what do we do? Now we have the spaces, but they don't need the spaces. They need something for the zip lines. So
It's
that's what I'm
amazing.
curious to see what else is
Amazing,
on the
exciting. I mean, we do more takeout, online ordering, takeout, catering, and third-party delivery than we do in-store dining.
Wow. Yeah. Right.
And we have a 220 seat restaurant.
Wow.
Insane.
But now
It's
that's why
insane.
that's why you got to turn that into that
Convenience.
podcast.
People want to eat barbecue on their terms, when they
Yeah.
want to eat it, how they want to eat it.
It's the same thing, right? TV, like that's what I think we've obviously probably mentioned this years ago, even probably at this point, was like people are going to have the Amazon experience, the Netflix experience, Hulu. They're going to expect that across every other aspect of their life.
Yep.
Right. You and I grew up having to watch commercials for 4 minutes in between. 4 minutes? That's an eternity to a kid.
My daughter's 6, and when we go to Vegas to one of these restaurant shows and we stay, at the Paris hotel, she cannot wrap her head around TV that is not on demand.
Yeah.
She just does not understand how Bluey is not playing. Like, she's like, Dad, I'm at the guide. It says that Bluey is going to play, but it's like a 4-minute commercial, and then it plays something else. I'm like, listen, I can't control how Paris Hotel.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I know your dad can do a lot, but I can't do anything about the programming. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like my son like will go on like YouTube in between to put those like local commercials. He'll just be like, no,
Yeah.
no,
No commercial, please. No, thank you.
Yeah, and even all those things, calling the restaurants, reservations, the wait. One of my favorite things is like to make like notifications for restaurants. So if I'm going to a place, like, hey, you guys are always booked up, but hey, let me know. I'm only go this time. Like
Yep.
all that little, I think it all stems from like being used to getting things when we want them. And I think that's gonna,
Convenience.
yeah.
We want convenience.
So are you, what's your personal plan there? Like, what do you do? You have the show going on.
Yeah,
Are you on
personal
any
plan.
panels?
We will be at the Google event on Friday. So there's a
That's
Google
right.
restaurant influencer event that Lisa Landsman puts on that we're lucky to get invited to and share all the cool things that Google Business Profile, what Gemini is doing, all of the things that restaurants and small businesses need to know. Saturday, we kick off the show doing a restaurant technology Substack live. So we do a live broadcast before the show opens. Show floor opens at 9:30, so probably we'll go live at 8:30. 9:30, we go straight to Toast. So we have a partnership with Toast. They have a lot of cool products and features that they're rolling out that we're going to make videos on site with them. So anybody that's watching, listening, please come to the Toast booth at 9:30 to 11. We'll be there. And then we're setting up a podcast booth at F3. So F3 Technologies, they do point of sale install. They do IT support for restaurants, bars, hotels, stadiums, venues. We're going to be podcasting all weekend long. Close Monday, we'll be podcasting
That's right.
as well. Kyle will be running his show,
That's
doing
right.
interviews. And yeah, every day at 4:30, we do the big Rising Tide meetup at the sign. So the National Restaurant Association sign, huge sign right across from Starbucks in the North Hall. If you want to meet other owners, operators, founders, tech professionals, just people that are part of the community, come out, say what's up, make some introductions, and then yeah, it's gonna be a packed Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then finally back home. So
Wait, Tuesday. What's Tuesday? You got
Tuesday's a half day.
half
Tuesday's a half day. It's
half day.
yeah, the reason that they do Tuesday is so you don't leave on Monday.
I get
But
it.
yeah, no, they're actually it's surprising. There's really good stuff that happens on Tuesday because it's a light, because all the
Oh
vendors are
yeah.
there, but like it's, one of the best days to go around and actually get, really good business done for your restaurant.
Yeah. Now, are you with this like pre-show show? Is that
Yep.
just kind of like what's the expectation there? Just kind of like announcing it, everybody's gonna be here,
Yeah,
or
I mean,
are you
like
gonna
I think
special guests?
we're gonna have anybody that's part of the community that shows up. We want to interview them, talk about what they're gonna go see, what they're looking forward to. Any of our partners that are highlighting something. I think what we've realized because of the size and scope, kind of what you said in the beginning, it's our responsibility as creators and storytellers to tell our community, the
Oh
people that
yeah,
listen to the podcasts, like this is the stuff that I was excited about.
yeah,
Some of the stuff wasn't exciting, but this is the stuff that was exciting. I'll give you the cliff notes. Since you didn't leave your restaurant, you're, busy trying to, run a profitable business and you didn't make it. This is what you missed.
mm,
This is how to connect with those people. And then for the people that do go, like, this is where we're going to be so you can meet up.
yeah. I'll tell you, I'm gonna be there with the intent, and then, like I said, I want to speak to all these brands and these tech companies and understand how they can make concepts more efficient. But I also am curious how they can really completely ignore the real estate part of this, because it's such right now there's
So
such a major
I'm so
issue with
happy
this.
you brought that. Like, you haven't been to the Restaurant Finance and Development Conference.
No, I you have
I
to
can't
go.
believe you like that is a
That's
real
the real
estate.
estate one. I know,
That's the
but that
real estate conference. It's like real estate and finance people
I had
in
it
Vegas.
up. I have it up on the big ass calendar over here, but there was we were away last week. We were away for that one. Then there's the restaurant franchising innovation one I also missed because we were away. I'm a busy guy, dude. Like I got
The
deals to
real
make that
estate
aren't
side,
happening.
I think the
I
real
know.
estate side definitely needs to make
Yeah.
a bigger appearance at this show.
Yeah. Because
Um,
I tell you right now, what I'm seeing is these brands that signed like the post COVID deals, they're now dealing with 3% escalations where they were paying 40
oh,
bucks, $42 a foot. Now they're paying, 50 over $50 a foot. First time operators, they started a concept. They're looking at closing. I'm thinking there's gonna be a wave of, you know, vacancies that's gonna hit the market, but I just
wow.
never like talking about it because it doesn't feel good. Somebody put so
Yeah,
much money into that, they're never gonna see that money again, and,
yeah.
yeah, I feel like that it's on them because it's the
What are
second
what are
biggest
you
expense.
what are you advising clients to do? I mean, can you renegotiate? Can you go back to the landlord and say,
Yeah,
I mean, it's kind of like the COVID situation where you go in and you're like, all chips on the table. We want to
right.
stay in business. You want us to leave? What's the cost to you if we leave?
Yep.
Is it better if we stay and we figure out something that actually works for us?
That's exactly what you say. You go back and say, look, because as you know, a lot of these folks, the last thing you want to do is go to landlord like, hey, I'm really struggling here. I haven't paid myself in 6 weeks or whatever
Right.
it is. So there's some humility that goes with that. But the landlord is never going to approach you because they're like, hey, I'm still getting paid. I don't want
Yep.
to. So it's on you to go up to them and say, hey, look, you're really having a tough time. I'm open to whatever this may look like, giving back a piece. Maybe the space is too big. Is anybody who wants some additional space or, but definitely restructuring the deal. If you're up against some option periods, you can renegotiate that. But definitely not having the conversation is not the move. If the
Yep.
landlord says, hey, you know what? I'm going to come after you for the personal guarantee, find somebody else to take the space.
Yeah.
At least you have an answer. I know
Yep.
it's not a fun decision to make, but I would say more than likely you can work something out because they're not going to want to have the space go dark, release the space, pay a commission. Landlords don't like to see a space empty. So have the conversation is what I like to say. So, but
What's your plan? What's your plan for the show? You get in on Friday?
I get in on Friday morning. I mean, the flight from here is like an hour. So
That's money.
I know it's a little different for you, but
Are you
yeah,
did you book a hotel close to mine?
I'm in your
Did you get
hotel.
Oh, fantastic. Well done.
Yeah. I'm in your room. Actually, I forgot to mention that too. Actually,
Well, how much did they charge you to get into my room?
it's we can talk about it after this.
We'll
It's
talk
fine.
about it
Yeah.
offline. We'll take it offline.
I'm my number one plan is to go to Fry the Coop. That's my first one. I haven't been out there yet. Well, I
Oh,
did Joe on the
for
show a while
sure.
ago. I know you've
Let's go.
spoken with me.
Let's go. We'll go together.
And then yeah, I really want to learn more about a lot of the tech that's out there and how it can be beneficial because you need every kind of advantage right now. Franchise, independent, everybody needs to know what their options are. And there's so much just inundated with the information. And I just want to be able to
Yep.
sift through it and see what actually makes sense. A lot of conversation around data and analytics for restaurants. I'm sure there'll be some groups there that do that. And the accuracy of that data, one of the bigger providers out there, one of the hot topics here is that their data is inaccurate. And people have been relying on it and it's not giving people what they need. So how do we fix that?
I have a great story about fixing your data
I want
before
to
you
hear it.
start adding bells and whistles.
Yeah.
So, like, part of the problem, if you don't have clean data, no matter what tech you add on top of it, it will never make any sense. It'll be incorrect.
Mm.
I have a 6-year-old girl and an 8-year-old boy, and they use my wife and I's old iPhones as like a tablet. So they don't have a tablet, but they have old iPhones. And it wasn't until I went into the Find My iPhone where you can actually figure out all of the Apple products that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And I went in there because I didn't want, if my daughter left the phone at the house or she left it in the car, I wanted to know where was the phone.
Yeah.
I went in there and all of it was mislabeled. So it was like Shawn's iPhone, Shawn's old iPhone, like Apple, like my earbuds, all of this data in there that was incorrect. Like I had to go in and
Yeah.
update all of that data so that it actually means something. So
Yep.
now when I go to find my iPhone, I actually know that it's the earbuds that I use and not the
Where
earbuds that I used 10 years ago
that
that
you
are
lost. Yeah.
outdated that I
Yeah.
lost. It was like, no, you actually have to clean up your data
Yeah.
before you actually use the information.
Dude, that's so true. A buddy of mine worked for a very big company that rhymes with Amazon, and he left that company. They're his whole deal. They're big on data and how they can take
Yep.
that data and help you find more eyeballs, sell more products, whatever on the platform. He left that because he realized so many brands, name a brand, all the brands that have heard of, big name brands, to culturally consumer based brands, service businesses. They're like, here's our data.
Yeah.
We don't know what to do with it.
Yep.
And he's like, are you kidding me? And they just can work with it. So he actually left his job at that company to start his own business to say, here's how you sort your data. Here's how you make it relevant to what you're looking to do with it.
Yeah. You
And
got to clean it. You got to clean
yeah,
it. If it's
I
not,
mean,
it like,
yeah, clean data. Nobody wants dirty data. That's disgusting.
how can you do inventory if you don't know what the counts are?
And just you saying that, I legitimately got like, oh shit, that is fucking.
You're like,
Yeah.
if it doesn't belong on the inventory sheet, where does it go? Then if it doesn't go anywhere, then how do you allocate the cost? How do you make sure that, you replenish it? All of those things don't make any sense. It's the
No.
same thing with data.
Right. Yeah. Wow, that's a good analogy. I'm sure everybody who's even done inventory for 1 minute can relate to that
Can
comment.
relate. Like, where does this thing go? It's not on my sheet.
Yeah, like this one bottle has been around for 3 years. Should
Yeah.
we keep it on? It's still on there
Should we
every
keep it?
week.
Run it as a special.
Exactly. A special. Buy one, get one. BOGO.
Run it as
When do you get in?
I'm in on Thursday, and yeah, in on Thursday. Google Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday at the show, and back home Tuesday. So it's the World Cup of restaurants.
And then where do you go next Thursday? What's the next one?
The next trip is London and Dublin for some toast storytelling.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's
gonna go tell some
all
stories.
both that you're gonna knock them out in one trip.
One trip, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right, dude. I know you gotta run.
Gotta run, do the thing.
I'll see you in the Windy City.
You do an outro, or do you, no intro, no outro?
I mean, for you, probably not.
No, smash the like button, like and subscribe.
What am I gonna say? Where can people find you, Shawn?
Gemini. You can find me on Gemini. You can find me on Claude. You can find me on.
If you don't know where to find me, yeah, you were listening to the wrong.
That's
show.
actually I'm stealing that. That's what I'm no longer gonna give my Instagram handle and say, like, you can find me on Claude.
Yeah,
go find me.
Yeah,
see what Claude says about me.
Or don't.
Or don't.
You know, there's one thing I saw with Claude, or no, was it ChatGPT? One of them. They're like, get it to like roast you, like based on your feedback.
Oh, yeah. Brutal.
Yeah, brutal. All right, dude. Safe travels, and I will see you when I see you.
See you at Google.
All right, brother.
All right, brother.
Later on.
Close Monday. Open Monday.
Never open.